Let's go to Pam, joining us from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Good morning, Independent Line. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning, and I am independent because I vote according to my conscience of who would Jesus vote for if he were here on earth. And he would not vote for a group of people who believe in murdering children in the womb, on gays, which is an abomination to God, on false gods from other countries. He would vote for who would support America.
I'm a Muslim. Do I have a false god? I'm Muslim. No, I'm just asking you. I'm not arguing. The reality is, Jesus came back and saw Donald Trump putting children in cages. We've seen approximately 6 children die in U.S. custody in Donald Trump's control here. And the first time in 10 years, children have died. Would Jesus support that? Would Jesus support a man who demonizes women who come forward and talk about being sexually abused? Would Jesus support any kind of discrimination whatsoever and cruelty and meanness? No, he would not. And Jesus is part of Islam, and my mom's Catholic, so I'm pretty cool with the whole Jesus thing, and I'm down with Jesus. And I wish that those people who want a government to follow the teaching of Jesus would start with Matthew, where Jesus said in Matthew, if you were hungry, I fed you. When you were thirsty, I gave you something to drink. You were a stranger, I welcomed you in. That's the Christianity that you should be pushing your elected officials to follow if that's what you want. But Donald Trump is the opposite of the teachings of Jesus Christ in every way possible, every way.
Mike in Mechanicsville, New York, Republican line. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, good morning. Hi, hello, Mr. Obi-Dala. How are you?
You can call me Dean. Please call me Dean. I mean, I don't know why.
Dean,
my last name's very difficult.
You sure not Italian? But I tell you what.
I'm half Italian. My mom's Sicilian. I'm half Italian.
Oh yeah, you're half Italian. I see that. Hey, I'm from the metropolitan New York area too. I was raised there. I'm an immigrant, but let me tell you, I'm self-employed. Okay, I've been self-employed for 20 years. The last 8 years since Obama was in administration, my business sucked, and the majority of all the business sucked upstate New York. Okay, since Trump came into office, small businesses are skyrocketing. Okay, we're making money. Okay, and he's got. Hey, and you're knocking. You know what? You talk too much. That's
what kind of business? What kind of business? What kind of business do you have?
I have an advertising business. Advertising.
Okay, so it's gone better for you. Right. So it's gone, and that's great. I'm happy for you. Certain people have done well under the Trump economy. There's no disputing that.
Okay, you're telling me that Obama.
Okay, we're gonna have to stop there. Please avoid this.
Well, here, look, I'm giving look. There are people, Steve, who are doing better under Donald Trump than they were under Obama. There's no disputing that. There are many, many Americans who are suffering. There are many, and there was a Pew poll just a few months ago, and the Gallup poll's fine, but there were 2 Pew polls, one in December and one in the fall, which showed something different. It showed about 35% of Americans saying they're doing better today, about 30% saying they're not doing as well, about 40% saying the same. So the majority of Americans saying they were doing the same or not as good. Some people are doing better. If that's your number one thing, if your bottom line is your number one deciding factor in an election, there's nothing anyone's going to say to you. Look at the manufacturing sector. Stephen, I don't get this, why our media doesn't talk about it. The manufacturing sector of the United States of America is in a recession. That's not in my opinion, that's economists. Last month it lost 12,000 more jobs. Truckers call my show, they're losing jobs. People work in retail call my show, they've lost their jobs. The mall they work in is closing. This is real life, what's going on. So some are doing better. Most, according to Pew polls, doing the same or lesser. And there's a reason why Trump's approval rating does not match that Gallup poll. It's Trump. It's the man himself. The economy has gotten a little better for some people. Do you want, I'm telling you, usually the question is, famously with Ronald Reagan, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? With Trump, I think Democrats have to say, do you want 4 more years of toxic Trump? It's that simple. If you're happy with this guy, if you're happy with him demonizing people on Twitter, at speech, belittling African-American leaders, calling Maxine Waters low IQ, mocking Jay-Z, Don Lemon, NFL players who take a knee to protest criminal injustice that's going on and that the needs for reform, if you're fine with all of that, then vote for the guy. But to me, it's incompatible with the American values that brought my father, a Palestinian Muslim, and my Sicilian grandparents to this great country. And to me, Donald Trump represents the opposite of that.